Did I ever cry after work, Will?
Yep.
Did I? A lot?
All the time.
I don't think that's true. Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome back to another Vlogmas video. Today we're gonna dive into Reddit. And I thought we could open this package together. I thought we could have a little chat, go look on Reddit and see what the OT Reddit community is talking about. Now, FYI, I did kind of pre-screen this, and I thought we could look at life after OT school and kind of the transition from OT school into being an actual OT. Now, to be fair, I don't have a Reddit account. I've been on Reddit maybe 10 times. I don't frequent Reddit. I don't have the app or anything like that. So it can be a scary place. It can also be a really fun and entertaining place. It can also be really negative. I've seen a lot of negative OT threads on there, and I don't want to go down that path at all. Maybe one day we can, but not today, because it's Christmas time and we want to stay positive. But this was sent to me and Will from Grandma and Granddad. They are my British grandparents from my husband's side, and they sent us a Harry and David gift box last year, and they sent us one this year. I don't know why I'm showing you this. It's not like I'm sponsored. I thought I would open it while we chit chat. Sorry if there's, oh, my phone is reflecting, sorry. Trying to avoid that. This Reddit thread that I found says life after OT school, question mark. The first question talks about actually being in OT school, feeling overwhelmed and stressed. I'm putting in 100% effort into studying and learning, but sometimes I get this quote, is this what life will be like forever? Going to school with the same 12 people every day, doing homework and projects and dealing with constant stress? I know it's probably irrational thinking, but is this what life is like after OT school? No. First of all, you're not going to have the roo-roo hooray for OT camaraderie. You might deal with being isolated and being the only occupational therapist on your team. And you're going to have to stand up for yourself and support yourself, and you're not going to have all your classmates to encourage you and your professors that all believe and understand occupational therapy. The other thing that I think about when I read this is that, you know, like I said in my previous video, I like academia. I like going to school. I like the structure of it. When you're in OT school, they give you a syllabus, or any you know, graduate program or undergraduate, as a student in general, they're going to give you a syllabus, and you know exactly what you need to do. You know exactly where you need to go every day. You know, every day you go to this room at this time, from this time to this time. You're going to take a test on this day. It is very structured. Your whole life is your whole year is planned out for you, pretty much. In that sense, I feel like being a student is very easy. I still believe that being a student and going to school full time is a job. I would say that it's a full-time job, especially if you were in a graduate level program. In that sense, OT school is easy, because when you transition out of school, that structure completely goes away, and it can be very difficult to go from a completely structured life to no structure at all. I mean, granted, you will have some structure in your work, but there's not going to be anyone telling you what to do, how to do it. You kind of just have to learn on your own. And that can be really difficult. I mean, I know for myself, you know, I started going to school at like age 3, and then I stopped going to school at age, when did I graduate? 27, 28 years old. So like my entire life I've been going to school, and that is the only way I know of living. That school is very familiar. It's very comfortable. You know, if I could have stayed in school for longer, I probably would have, because it was easy for me to be in school. So transitioning is very hard, and I know a lot of people struggle with it, especially when you're used to having like weeks off at a time. You know, your life is kind of broken up into semesters, and that was hard for me transitioning. You know, I was used to, you know, working, you know, being a student for 4 months, and then you get a 3-week break, and you can kind of recover, and then you're ready physically and mentally to jump back in and start working. But you don't get that when, you know, when you're working day to day in any profession, in any job. There are no breaks. There are no 3-week holidays, unless you're lucky enough to have like a really awesome job. So that is another difficult part of transitioning from school and from being a student and then into being a professional. Okay, let's open this first box. What's it gonna be? Ooh. We have, I think these are apples. Last year we got pears. Oh, these are fresh apples. Very nice. I think Will's gonna like these. Will really likes apples. So that will be nice. There was a really great response to this Reddit thread or to this question, and I really liked it because they basically, I can paraphrase it, but it's like, you wake up, you eat breakfast, you go to work, you see your clients, you do your assessments, your documentation, you get off at 5 and you go home and you do whatever you want to in those like 5 hours that you have before you go to bed, which includes eating, being a couch potato, I think they said, working out, doing whatever hobbies you like. They say, you know, you make mistakes and then you try and do better. And some days you feel like crap because you feel like you're no good. And then other days you have successes. So, you know, in my opinion, OT is just like any other job. You're going to feel like crap some days and you're going to wish, you're going to question why you became an OT, and then other days you're going to love it. And I mean, that's how it is with any job. And I don't think OT is any different. But you know, your life is what you make it, to to be really cliche. But the transition, I will admit, can be hard initially. But you know, every day that you go into work and every day that you write an eval and every day that you write another note, it gets easier and easier. And that is the good thing about anything that you do. Ew, we got some sweet treats in this one. Yum. Looks like we have some cookies. Does it say on here? It doesn't say what these are, but it looks like some sort of cookie filled with something. These are chocolate covered cherries. Yum. And these are milk chocolate, coffee, and cherry little mini chocolates. This will all be great for my acne. Yeah, like I was saying, you know, the more you do something, the easier it gets. But it can be very scary when you start your first job. You know, you're gonna have to adjust to a new setting, meeting all the new people, learning how they do everything. So learning their electronic health records, learning how they type and document their evaluations, their progress notes, learning whatever assessments or evaluations they actually use. They might not be ones that you're super familiar with, so you have to teach yourself how to conduct how to use the assessments that they use. And you know, if you're lucky, you'll get to observe someone and they'll show you how they do everything. But sometimes you're just thrown into the lion's den, and you really just have to deal with it and deal with the stress and just know that it's not going to be like that forever. There was one on here and I thought it was so sad. It says, new grads, did you cry / break down a lot after work? Well, that's, you know, that's real. That's completely understandable and acceptable if you feel like you need to cry or scream or like let out all of your emotions from how overwhelming it can be. You're not the only one. This person says, I would lock myself in the bathroom at a couple of the first sniffs that I worked at and cried until I felt like I was gonna freak out, but I stuck it out and everything mellowed out. So hopefully it doesn't get that stressful for you, but I know that it can. I never felt that way after I graduated, but field work was pretty stressful for me, and there were times where I was like, what the heck, what am I doing? Like, this is too much. I didn't like what I was doing, but you know, I made it through, and that's just how it is. I mean, I don't really know what else to tell you other than if you want something, it's gonna be difficult. What's up? Some chocolates. I haven't opened this one.
Let's do it.
Let's do it? Okay.
What
do you think it's gonna be?
Meat and cheese.
Meat and cheese?
Good deliciousness.
Oh geez. Oh, I called the popcorn. I totally said there was gonna be popcorn. in pears. There's a lot of pears. I don't know if we can eat all of these. Ooh, maybe I'm gonna take this to the holiday party. So just know that it's perfectly normal to cry or be anxious or be scared or feel like you're inadequate or feel like you don't know anything. Those are the transition feelings that you should experience. I think it's good to experience those things. If you're super confident and you feel like you know everything and everything comes too easy and it's and you don't ever make mistakes or feel like you've made a mistake, that's actually when it becomes a little bit more tricky. So I feel like if you feel that confident, you should probably reflect and check yourself before you wreck yourself. Because I think it's more normal to have those feelings of inadequacy and fear and anxiousness to a certain extent. If it becomes, sort of paralyzing to the point where like you quit your job or, you don't want to get out of bed, then that's also to the extreme and we don't want it to get to that point. But you will go through these emotions as you transition from OT school into the workforce. That's just how it is. I'm gonna try this because it doesn't have chocolate in it. Oh, raspberry galette cookies. So it's got a little raspberry filling in there. I'm gonna keep eating this. Oh, and really quick, I wanted to say, what's today's date? I think this week is the anniversary that I graduated from OT school 4 years ago. So happy anniversary to me for being an OT for 4 years. It's true, you can do it. It is possible. I am the proof. But I will admit, I did question myself. Hey.
Thank you for sending it.
Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Grandma and Granddad.
I will eat all of them.
Yeah, this week is my anniversary of graduating from Texas Women's University. And
Go Warriors!
No, we're the Pioneers.
Go Pioneers!
That's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll see you tomorrow in the next Vlogmas video. Bye! Forgot to say, if you just graduated, congratulations, you did it. Now you just gotta pass that big old test, but I believe in you because you made it through OT school, so you can do it. But yeah, if you just graduated, congratulations. I'll see you on the other side.